What's up, guys? Got on a little bit early here, and we may have to hop right into it because our big contest is about to fill. Only 100 entries available left. So let's hop right into it. What might be the last draft of the season. Was hoping to get in a couple tonight, but looks like we're barely going to be able to get one here. So yeah, this might be the last draft of the year. I'll try to keep an eye on it, see if we can hop in a second one, but it's been filling up really fast here. So it looks like we might only get one draft. There's only 100 spots left, so... let's see. Probably don't have much time for news, even though there was a lot of news today. We'll try to talk about it as the draft goes. But really just wanted to sneak in an extra draft here. Wasn't able to stream this weekend, had a change of plans, so that was a bit unfortunate. But so this might be the last stream of the season here. But I had a lot of fun streaming this season, so definitely want to do it again next year. Maybe hit it a little harder, maybe in early January. We can do some like research streams and stuff if we get started a little earlier in the year. And then I might try football. I played football best ball last year, but I didn't stream it or anything. But I might try streaming it. I'm not 100% sure. I feel like there's a lot more to look at with baseball, so I feel like that it's more of my forte, but we might try football. We'll see. And then I'm not sure if there's anything else like throughout the season, MLB season, that we could do that'd be fun. But if I think of anything, I'll hop on. Like, I don't know if they do like halfway through the year best ball drafts. Maybe we could do some of those. I think they're not as fun as the full season one, but maybe we can do a couple and not take it too seriously or something like that. But yeah, really been enjoying streaming these drafts. It's been a lot of fun. So thanks for joining me this season. Let's see if we can't put together the winner here at the end. I also wish it showed the exact number here, but it looks like it's sub 100 entries left. So this will probably be the last draft of the season for us. And there's really no other like major contests. Yo, enjoy the streams. We'll keep an eye out. Where are you pulling the trigger on you Savage right now? That's a good question. Honestly, now's probably a pretty damn good time to buy him. It's gonna be the cheapest he's been all draft season. Let's see what his ADP is right now. Let's see, so he's going 141 right now. It's hard to say with him. I've been mostly avoiding him, but now that his price is at 140, this feels a lot better. Because in this format especially, if his innings are managed early in the season, that could actually be better for us because we want him pitching in the fantasy playoffs. So this could kind of like help with that. So he got what? Pitched a little over 100 innings last year. I think I'd be okay with him here, around 140. The problem is I like these other pitchers. Like Horton's looking really strong right now, and he's gonna start in the majors. Maybe like just after PPO here, I would like him. Somewhere around there. But if you like him here, I'm not against drafting him here now, especially because, like I said, with this contest, everyone else was drafting him at like pick 100, so should be pretty unique. So it looks like we're going to close out this season with pick 5. Hopefully, should be a Bobby Witt team. I did a few drafts over the weekend. We just kept getting picks 8 through 10, 8 through 10. So unfortunately, looks like we're under on Otani and Soto this year, which is pretty unfortunate. But out of our control, other than just doing more drafts. All right. So I'm trying to keep an eye on this, see when it fills, but I don't think it's going to matter. So let's see if anything fancy happens. Looks like maybe Soto goes to 4. Could we get Soto at 5? Nope. So we'll start with Witt and go from there. All right. Man, some of the drafts this weekend have been crazy though. I don't know if there's just more people drafting, but a lot of people are really like reaching for their guys and stuff. It's been pretty fun. I think last draft I got like Hunter Brown at pick like 56 or something crazy. So we'll see if anything crazy happens here. Nothing too crazy yet. I've been kind of, since I got picks 7 through 10 so often, I've been kind of getting comfortable taking Tucker, Carroll, and Tatis. I'm kind of getting excited about Tucker. I think he could really pop off in that Dodgers lineup. Which isn't groundbreaking news, but we know he has the skills. I guess it's just a matter of health, but you often see the Dodgers just handle their players better. I mean, so we'll see what happens. But there goes Roman Anthony at pick 10, so there's already an exciting reach, which doesn't really impact us since he was going before us. Goes Tatis at 11, Skubal at 12. And who will we be eyeing here? So pick 20 here. We got Witt to start, so we're automatically thinking outfield. We don't want to fall behind at outfield here. So we'd love Churio to fall to us. Usually Jordan and Rucker are available, so those will probably be the targets. Take Ellie if he falls, even though that'll be 2 infielders. And I usually like to wait a little bit longer on Crochet, so probably going to be Jordan or Rucker. There goes Caminero, a little early. So let's look at our exposure on Jordan and Rucker. Kind of both right in line. I think I'll probably lean Rucker here with the last draft. I really want to get those A's in that ballpark. Just seems like they could pop off, especially when we're drafting for upside. Like they could have huge weeks at a time. But nothing against Jordan. I could see it going either way. But it looks like those will be the picks here. No one's falling too much. Been trying to get some Vlad, but since we already have our infielder, I feel like I need to go outfield here. So we'll go ahead and take Rucker here. What's that dot though? Nothing. But I feel like that's a toss-up, Rucker or Jordan. So 29, probably still thinking outfield. All of these guys will be in play. Jordan, Wood, PCA, Langford. It's too bad we didn't have time for news today because there's a lot of stuff. All right. So 3 outfielders here that we like. Hopefully one person passes here. Otherwise, that'll be tough. All right, so there goes Yamamoto. So we'll get one of those 3 outfielders at least. Okay, there goes Lindor. Yeah, these drafts this weekend have been crazy. We'll have to remember that for next year. The last week has just been way different. So I think... Alright, so there goes PCA. So it is my pick here. Man, you guys know I love Langford. We have a ton of him, though. So I should take Wood. But... F it. It's the last draft of the year. Let's get our guys. We're all in on Langford this year. So, like the start here, Witt, Rooker, and Langford. Wood might have been a little unique there because his ADP is 25. So I think if this was like 2 weeks ago, I would have just taken Wood, but screw it. He's had a pretty rough spring, I saw as well. People were a little scared of his strikeout rate, I believe. Striking out 34% of the time in spring with a 27 WRC plus. That alone doesn't scare me, but I think let's look at his splits last year. I thought he had a rough second half as well. That's not that bad. He had a 93 WRC plus in the second half, but he did have a 39% strikeout rate. So I could see why it's a little concerning. Let's check the board here. So Duran, Green, Springer, Sanchez. Nothing crazy there. So we would love to get our 3rd outfielder here, but they rarely fall. I don't think we'll reach for Ward. I prefer to just see who falls to the next round, either like Yelich, Teoscar, or Ward, rather than reaching on Ward. But we'll see. Goes Hunter Brown. Goes Olsen. So I might have to go with an infielder here. Still Buxton's available, but I doubt he falls. I think in these $20 drafts, people really value outfielders. Curious what infielders you guys like here, because I don't have a strong preference. Turner, Chisholm, goes Jazz, Devers. I mean, I would have taken Turner just for the ADP value. This might be an okay spot for Devers. I haven't taken him much at all. This is like the latest he's gone all draft season. Don't want to reach for Ward, I don't think. Or Woo. So we'll just take Devers. And have a solid start at infield. I had to check that dot real quick. Okay. So then 53, I'm very likely thinking outfield. I find it's just so much easier to fill out your team once you have your 3 outfielders early. And plus outfield falls off a cliff. Goes Yelich. But if if both of those outfielders go, then we can look at pitching here. Goes Woo and Betts. So Ward's still on the board, and Teoscar. Be nice if Ward fell. This guy needs an outfielder pretty badly, though. There goes Ward. There goes Webb. So yeah, it'd be like Sale, Teoscar, O'Neal Cruz. I've just been going Teoscar here. O'Neal's been climbing up the board. I don't have a lot of him. Hopefully I don't regret that. Probably a dumb fade since he is power speed combo. But we get our third outfielder there. And feeling good about that. We'll see what pitcher falls back to us at 68. Really like getting my first pitcher in this tier. Let's see here. Nothing too crazy happening in this draft. Has this contest filled? Yep, looks like it's filled. Too bad. I was hoping to get a couple in. So it looks like this is the last draft of the season. Curious if you guys had your regular home league drafts this weekend. I feel like it's a popular weekend. I'm not doing a regular redraft league this year for the first time in like 20 years because I'm too addicted to best ball. But maybe I'll find a little cheeky $50 Yahoo one tomorrow or something. It's been nice not having to look at closers though. That's like my least favorite part about regular fantasy. And you don't even have to worry about it in best ball. So let's see here. Got Nito 58, Perdomo 59, Caglione up to 60. So we're still thinking pitcher here at 68. Ooh, Adele early at 63. Got a little angel stack here. This guy's doing his own thing. I like that. So what pitchers are left here? Be curious to see what pitchers you guys like of these guys. Raggins, Gilbert, or McLean. Probably who I'd like to go here. I've been going Gilbert first. He feels the safest, and he still feels like he has upside. So, see who's available. Looks like we'll get one of them. Suzuki's still on the board. Damn, there goes Gilbert. It's probably for the best. I have a lot of Gilbert. Raggins or McLean. I guess we can just go Raggins. Don't think I have too much of him. Alright, fine. So Suzuki, I've been mixing him in the right spots now. Like if we would have gotten boxed out of outfield there, I might have taken him here. And we can look at him at pick 77, but basically I'm taking him when it's like, it's going to make your team really unique. And in like a valuable spot as well. I don't want him as like my 5th outfielder or something. So he could be an option here. It's going to be tough. So there goes DeGrom. Would love McLean to fall back to us. That would be sweet. This guy has no pitchers. Goes Robert. Goes McLean. I don't know, do we take Suzuki here? Kinda don't hate it. That would have been... Oh, he just got picked. Damn. This would have been my other option too. So, let's see here. Gotta go quick. What outfielders are here? Stowers? Nah. Infield, Seager, Bush, Terang. Could go Seager for the stack. Wouldn't mind Luzardo there. We'll try Seager for the stack. Get our third starting infielder a little earlier than I have been lately. I wouldn't have minded Luzardo there though as well. This is ADP like 72. A little bit of value. But now that we have our third infielder, we can hit pitching really hard at pick like 100 plus. We like a lot of the pitchers there. I don't want to wait like too long on my third infielder. Usually like by pick 100 I like to have him. Or at least around pick 100. So this will give us a little bit more flexibility. Also kind of want to get some of the pitchers around pick 92, like Bradish, Mizorowski. Wouldn't mind these guys. I'm sure you guys saw the new Strider is going to start the season on the IL. Oblique strain. I mean, we kind of lucked out with that one. We haven't taken Strider at all. So that was a good call on our part. But I don't like to do too many victory laps on injuries. Because it's all luck. Although you could have said Strider might be injury prone. So you know how it is. We also had to take some, what do you call it, non-victory laps with Hunter Green and Suzuki, so we can take our wins when we get them. So there goes Garcia up to 85 now. Varsho 82. Terang 86. So what infielders are left here? Bush. So Bush is the only value left, so I'm pretty glad we took Seager. Really hoping for one of these pitchers. It'd be nice. So let's hope these guys pass on pitching. Langalier's at 87. Goes Mizorowski. So we have two more pitchers we like here. This guy has no pitchers yet. Could be a problem. Okay, there goes Abrams. There's Bush, so we will get one of the two. I think I like Bradish more. Let's see what Mr. Spore says. Bradish. Yeah, he has them back to back. Well, there goes Bradish, so we'll take Pavetta. I don't have a lot of him. Probably a good spot to take him here at a little bit of value. Okay, so we got 2-3-3 here. Don't want to wait too long for my fourth outfielder. So we'll see who's available at 101. Don't mind Pajes. Don't mind Butler now that he's healthy and got a game or two in. I think he even homered. I feel okay waiting on my fourth infielder, so that won't be a target here. Unless there's an insane value. And we can always go pitching. Do like these guys. So let's try to avoid infield here. There goes Rice, so that would be the only tempting one. So outfielder pitcher here. Pajes, Butler, or Joe Ryan, Yuri, Eovaldi. Wouldn't mind. Fuck. I was going to say Butler. Would have been a stack with Rucker as our fourth outfielder. Would have been really nice. So Pajes or one of these pitchers here. We can go Pajes. We have Teoscar, a little Dodger stack there. Again, I don't like waiting too long on my fourth outfielder. And there's a lot of pitchers we like here, so hopefully one will fall back to us. And the outfield gets a little dicier now. Be interesting to see where Stowers goes. Especially with the draft like today, if he does get healthy for the playoffs, the fantasy playoffs, you're gonna be like one of the latest picks on Stowers in the whole contest. So it's pretty valuable if he pans out. Goes Joe Ryan and Wheeler. I saw some good news on Wheeler today. He's beginning a rehab assignment on Saturday. Expected to join, a chance at joining the rotation mid-April. It's pretty good for him. I saw his surgery was like a pretty bad one, so I've been pretty nervous to draft him. I mean, even if he's healthy, he might not be the same pitcher. You just never know. So there go a lot of the pitchers we like. It's not great. That was all of them. All right. I wouldn't mind reaching on Glass now. We've been taking him a lot. He just had a nasty start in spring training as well. Wouldn't mind Goodman if he falls. And wouldn't mind Jacob Wilson on this team with the A's with Rucker. And I don't really need any of these outfielders, so looks like pitcher or infield for this next pick. Well, anything crazy there? Not really. Story. So I'm thinking Glass now, Wilson maybe. There goes Goodman. He would have been tempting. Okay, Grisham. I have a great idea for this team too. We have Dodgers and A's. We should get both Max Muncies. I think that could be the key this year. All right. So Glasnow's available. Think that's who I want here. Sucks that Wilson's the top infielder here. He probably won't fall back. Maybe that means he's the better pick here. But his ADP is higher. I don't know. We'll just go Glasnow. We'll hope Wilson falls back. Well, there goes Yandy. See, if we want both Max Muncies, we'll have to play into that. That means we probably only want one more infield here. Keishel, a little early for him, but he's been rising up the board quite a bit. So there was two infielders, so maybe Wilson makes it back. This guy only has two though. Probably take Wilson. There he goes. That's okay. We can keep hitting pitching here. I wonder if I should have gone Wilson first there. I think Glasnow could be a really good pick though. So I don't hate it. And I have a ton of Jacob Wilson. Alright. So there goes Gray and Suarez. I saw that Sonny Gray had a nice start. Struck out 9. Alright, so you guys know who I love in this range. Oh no. Alright, I was going to take Alcantara over Bubba Chandler. But our boy Bubba's here. We're going to take him. What pick was that? 125? I think when we started taking him, it was like 136, 138, so. Not that crazy of a rise compared to some of these other hyped up guys. It's been interesting to see where Connor Griffin is now like falling back to. It's like 115 here. Yeah, we never bit on his high price. This probably feels a little bit better taking him after like Goodman, after Wilson. But we like asked the question, why is McGonigal, is he that much different than Griffin? Seems like Griffin should have been cheaper and McGonigal a little bit more expensive maybe, but. Alright, let's see where we're at. So we're at 4-3-4. So we're at the point of the draft where we really like these pitchers, so I'll probably be eyeing another one here. But wanting to get more Cade Horton. So I pick 140. He's available. Also, you Savage is available. Maybe we can mix him into the team here. Go something like that, maybe. And with the Savage team, you want to make sure you have some solid innings to start the year. And I think all these guys are fine for that. Damn, there goes Horton. This price has been rising. We'll see what pitchers are available here. But maybe we'll try to get you Savage at 149. Let's tag some infielders that we might want to jump back in for. Do have Dodgers, so Will Smith might make sense. We still need a fifth outfielder. I don't want to wait too late for that, especially when our third is a little later than normal. It's not bad, but a little later. Wouldn't mind Moniak, Rafaela. Really like Doyle. So probably we'll try to get one of those guys. But pitcher first. So who's available here? We still have a couple options we like. I think we'll go Imai, PPO, you Savage. So, alright, we'll get Imai here. Wonder where Strider will go. It's hard to say, honestly. Kind of thinking, like, is he kind of similar to Savage now? I feel like he's behind you Savage now. Because he just kind of came down with an injury. I think Savage is working his way back, right? Yeah. Doesn't look like there's any crazy infield values. Do we have any Boston players? I don't think so. No. Alright, so I'm cool with going you Savage into another infielder here. We can see how that works. Oh, damn, there he goes. Too bad. But that is about the range that I feel like he should go. But probably for the best. We probably need infield here. So, Will Smith, McLean, Okamoto, Pena. Pena's looking like he might be ready for opening day, or close to it. I know we should be stacking with Will Smith, but number one, I hate drafting catchers. And I like Pena. Screw it. You have to remember before the injury to Pena, which was just a finger injury, it's not like a wrist or anything, he was going like pick 110. And so now if he's going to be ready opening day, feels like it could be good value. But even if he just starts on the 10-day IL, I don't think it'll be that bad. We want production in the fantasy playoffs. So now we're 5-4-4. I do want to get my 5th outfielder here. So hopefully Doyle or Rafaela fall back to us. Now, I don't want to wait long on my 6th either, because we're a little light on depth. Alright, let's watch the board here. So there goes Rafaela. Really hoping Doyle falls to us. Goes Bybee. And then at some point here, we'll have to decide if we're going 7 or 8 pitchers. I think it's probably too early to tell. Goes Simpson. Have you guys been drafting Simpson? I've been afraid of him, but I saw he hit his first homer like ever yesterday. I think he makes more sense in like redraft or roto where you need steals obviously, but I don't know, just the no homer upside in this format. It's hard to get excited about, for me anyways. See what other outfielders are available. I was looking at Lodolo as well. So we saw Sheehan, I guess, does have the last rotation spot. There was like a tweet that he was going to be like piggybacking on starts, but I guess that was the other guy, the other pitcher, Robleski. But his velocity was down, which was a little concerning. His last start. And there goes Doyle, 1 pick before us. So that's too bad. I think we pivot to Murakami here then. Problem with Cruz is he's not going to give us any production at the start of the year. Guess we'll take Murakami. But we might be forced into outfielder next. Cruz just feels a little risky for this team since I'm light outfielder right now. I mean, I'm assuming he just is down for like a couple weeks, maybe a month. They bring him back up once he gets right. Yeah, let's see where he, scared of Lodolo blister problems. Man, I mean, I would like to say no, but he's had problems in the past, right? So that is concerning. He went 161 here. I definitely think it moves him to the end of that tier. But I'd like to say I'm not scared yet, but I'm not super confident in that. Yeah, if he didn't have such a bad history with it, I'd say I'm not. I'd like to say I'm not, but fortunately he does. Oh man, we might have to do something. We might have to reach on outfield here. What do you guys think about Cruz? How bad was he in spring training? He was pretty bad, wasn't he? Negative 19 WRC plus. Probably shouldn't do it with such a light outfield here. I might just go Cowser a little early. Sheehan's falling a little bit. I guess we'll just go Cowser. We need some production. It's not my favorite pick, but I do like Hauser, but around early. So we're 5-5-5 now. Wouldn't mind another outfielder who's going to give us some steady production. We do have Houston stacked, so we could go Cam Smith late, but that's pretty risky. Could also go 7 outfielders. I think we're more likely to go 7 outfielders here than 7 infielders, which means no double Max Muncy team. Sad. Let's see, so the staff is Raggins, Pavetta, Glasnow, Chandler, and Imai. So could maybe get away with 7 pitchers. Go Sheehan at 175. I haven't really reported on his velocity dip, so I'm assuming he's fine. I just saw a tweet about it from like an analyst. So he must be okay. Alright, so 188. Any outfielders left? Not really. I mean, maybe here we could take Cruz and go 7 outfielders. I wouldn't mind that. Benj is starting on the roster, so he should be playing every day, I believe. It's not bad. Wouldn't have minded DeLauder on this team. That would have been really nice. We have the Texas stack, so maybe we go Cruz, Carter, and go 7 outfielders. I do. In all seriousness, at least one of the Max Muncies. And then if we're only going 7 pitchers, I kind of like taking Imanaga, so it's really Cruz or Imanaga for me. Might just take Cruz because it's going to be the latest he goes like ever in this tournament. And we do need an outfielder, so maybe he's just down for a couple weeks and he gets right. But I think that forces us into 7 outfielders. So I'll hope for Imanaga here. Been mixing in some Senga now that his velo was back up. And then we're into the dart throw tier after that. Alright, so we're hoping for Imanaga. Goes Kikuchi and Cole. Cole looks like he's ramping up nicely. But still not expected back till late May. So there goes Senga, but looks like we do get Imanaga. That feels pretty good. Damn, that's decent value too. Pick 197, Imanaga. So that will leave us with one more of each position. Dart throw pitcher, so we can probably wait to the end of the draft. Gotta get a Max Muncy here. And then I do like Carter on this team since we have the Texas stack. Benj is still available too. I think he'll go before it comes back to us. But I might stick with Carter on this team since we do have the stack. It was Walker. So who should I go first here? If I'm trying to get both, Muncy or Carter? I mean, we do have other infield options. We could always get the other Max Muncy. And then after Carter, I mean, I guess we could go Cam Smith, but then we got two real questionable outfielders there. At least Carter we know is going to be playing every day. I mean, I guess Cam Smith is supposed to, but he feels a little riskier because of his strikeout percentage, Cam Smith. It's having a pretty nice spring, though. Alright, let's see if anyone takes our guys here. Because Ponce and Burrows, those two have been pretty steadily climbing up the board as like favorites in that late tier. There goes Benj. Makes sense. Hunter Green finally went. 210. And Herrera. So there's a lot of infield options. Let's just go with Carter here. To complete our stack. And now that I say that, there's also Burger as well. Just go full Ranger stack. Could be an option. There's too many choices at infield here at the end of the draft. It's hard to pick. Goes the first Max Muncy. Let's tag some pitchers we like here at the end. Be curious if you guys like any of these that I'm missing here. Weathers, Ashcraft. Actually, you know who I do want to mix in? I kind of want to get some Abel here. He was hyped up kind of late in the draft season, so I'm wondering if he's pretty lightly drafted. He actually pitched a decent amount of innings last year. So 39 in the majors, 98 in the minors. That's pretty solid. So maybe that'll be our pitcher. We're gonna have to decide on an infielder here. I wanted to get Muncy, but I feel like this is now a Texas stack. Seager, Langford. Nah, we'll take Muncy. I have a ton of Burger. All right, so got an A stack in there with Ruker. That's probably okay. It's a toss up though, let's be honest. And then cool, last pick, we will get our 7th pitcher here. And that's gonna do it. Kind of sad I didn't get much Will Warren either. He's looking pretty strong. Just so many guys. So many guys. But yeah, thanks for joining me this year, guys. It was just kind of an experiment to see if I liked streaming, and honestly, I had a lot of fun. So, try to keep it up. But yeah, good luck on your fantasy leagues this year. Wish there was more stuff to do throughout the season. I find like DFS and stuff is too, it's just too random. You can do all the analysis you want, but such a crapshoot. That feels way more just like gambling. This at least you feel like you can get an edge. So Messick, Liberator. Saw early he's going to start the season in the rotation. So he could be a decent option as well. I think, let's look at his innings last year. Not too bad either. About 119. Could be another good pick here. Especially with the late news on him. 23. Be curious who's drafted more, Early or Abel. It's probably pretty close. I think we'll stick with Abel here. There he goes. So we can switch it up here. They help us make up our mind. Oops. McGonagall went at 214. His price never really rose. It's kind of crazy. So last pick of the season. Yeah. Honestly, our pitching's not that deep. I kind of want to go Will Warren. It's a little safer. So, Will Warren, last pick of the year. Better come through. So, let's take a look at the team here. The outfield ended up being Ruker, Langford, Teoscar. Backed up by Pajes, Cowser, Cruz, and Carter. So definitely going to need like one of these guys to pop off a bit. But hopefully Teoscar and Pajes can hold it down. And then the infield, pretty darn strong. We got Witt, Devers, Seager. Backed up by Pena, Murakami, and Max Muncy. And the pitching staff is Raggins, Pavetta, Glasnow, backed up by Chandler, Imai, Imanaga, and Will Warren. So I think I'm going to call it there because these other drafts aren't too interesting. pretty much just the $1 one, and then some small ones here. So probably gonna call it there though, guys. Thanks so much for joining me this season. And we'll see if we can't find something to stream throughout the year. Otherwise, worst case scenario, I'll probably try streaming football drafts. And then, I don't know if they have a playoff best ball for baseball. But we can definitely look at that. Maybe like a halfway through the season one as well. And then for sure I'll be back for baseball next season. And we'll try to start like early January or something like that. And we can do some research streams. But yeah, thanks so much for joining me. It was a lot of fun. And we'll talk to you later.